A stretch of lush hardwood forest with a rich diversity of flora and fauna, nurtured by rivers and crystalline spring waters. This is the picture-perfect ecosystem that is the Maulawin Spring Protected Landscape. On the southern part of the Philippine island of Luzon, in the municipality of Ginayangan, province of Quezon, sits the Maulawin Spring Protected Landscape. Originally known as Maulawin Spring Watershed Forest Reserve, the park was later expanded and proclaimed as Maulawin Spring Protected Landscape in April 2000 by virtue of Presidential Proclamation Number 295. With the enactment of the expanded National Integrated Protected Area System or the INIPAS Act of 2018 on June 22, 2018. Maulawin Spring Protected Landscape was included in the list of 94 protected areas in the Philippines legislated to receive funding and absolute protection from the national government.
Maulawin Spring Protected Landscape ay isang maliit lang na protected area. It is just 183 hectares and it is divided into two zones, the multiple use zone and the strict protection zone. We have recorded through our BMS 256 species of flora and 136 species of fauna. I consider it as rich in biodiversity kasi napakaliit po niya. Yung strict protection zone po niya ay more or less 100 hectares. Ito po yung tahanan ng maraming buhay ilang, flora and fauna.
This little piece of paradise is a sanctuary to a myriad species of wild flora and fauna in danger of extinction.
We have numerous endemic faunas here in Maulawin, like the kuleto, white-eared brown dove. We have recorded the tarictic hornbill as a threatened species here in Maulawin.
Dito po makikita yung recently na sinabi po ni Dr. Pat na yung tinatawag nating pianga o isa po sa mga endemic species ng Pilipinas. Pero yung pinakamalaki po niya nakitang pianga ay dito po niya natagpuan sa Maulawin Spring Protected Landscape. Yung sa fauna naman po, kung sa Pilipinas po ay madaming endemic na kingfisher, ay 4 po ang matatagpuan dito sa Maulawin. Yung pong Philippine Dwarf Kingfisher, Indigo Banded Kingfisher, yun po isa sa mga talagang magagandang uri ng ibon na makikita dito.
Maulawin Spring provides an abundance of fresh water not only for the area's wildlife but for the whole community of Ginayangan, Quezon. To date, more than 1,500 households are directly benefited by the protected area's water resource.
Ang Maulawin Spring Protected Landscape ang number 1 pong pagkukunan ng tubig ng aming bayan. Halos 60 to 80% po nito, yung mga mamamayan namin sa metro poblasyon, dito po sila kumukuha ng tubig na malinis na inumin.
Throughout history, civilizations have been established around natural sources of water because without these, life would not be possible. However, harnessing water in unsustainable ways has taken its toll on most of the Earth's natural springs. A consequence of this has been the destruction of forests and wildlife habitats, tipping the balance of nature to our disadvantage. Establishing protected areas is vital to biodiversity conservation, as it promotes the application of wise management practices that blend effectively with the hands-on knowledge and experience of locals. Community participation and governance mechanisms contribute to the effective management and sustainable development of the Maulawin Spring protected landscape.
Before I came here, early 1990s, I observed that the protected area is threatened by the migrants. Pinapasok po nila ito, ginagawang kaingin, tinitirhan po nila ito. But then, with the effort of the DNR personnel and the LGU, the local government unit, and all the NGOs assigned here, and the community, we have managed to lessen the threat. Nagbuo tayo ng PAMB, the Protected Area Management Board, na siyang makakatulong ng DNR sa management and protection ng Maulawin Spring Protected Landscape. We did a lot of IEC, Formation Education Campaign, and we create awareness among them that this should be protected because it is the primary source of potable water to be utilized by the community. So we also organize the tenured migrants, we call them tenured migrants, because they entered the protected area 5 years prior to the proclamation as protected area. That is 1987. We organized them and then we converted them as partners in the protection, development of the protected area instead of threat.
Kami po ay nagpapatrolya dito sa loob ng Maulawin, sa labas man, dun sa mga sakop ng iba't ibang barangay, upang sa ganun ay mamonitor namin yung daloy, yung mga tinatakbo ng pamumuhay ng mga tao. Lalo tigit sa lahat ay isa po ako dun sa mga nagmo-monitor ng ekoturismo dito sa Maulawin Spring Protected Landscape, kung saan ang mga naging tour guide po dito, mga certified tour guide, ay ang ating pong mga nangangalagang tenured migrants mula sa barangay Himbubulo Weste, na sila po ay nag-training para po sa pagkabuhayang binigay ng DNR para sila po ay magsilbing tour guide dito sa ecotourism zone ng Maulawin Spring Protected Landscape. At karamihan po dito sa mga tour guide na ito ay kababaihan, na talagang sila po yung umaakyat, mga matatag, saka masisipag at talagang magagaling na mga tour guide na atin po talagang aking pinagmamalaki sa buong mundo.
So, ang ginagawa po namin sa pangangalaga po ng PA, kami po ay monthly ay nagpapatrolling po sa loob po ng nasasakupan ng MSPL. Tapos po kami po ay nagtatanim ng mga punong kahoy, nagkakaroon po kami ng quarterly maintenance.
Ang Lawin po isang Biodiversity and Forest Protection System na design ng DNR para magpatrol sa mga watershed and protected area and forest land cover sa buong Pilipinas po.
Ako ay 50 years na pong naninirahan dito. Po, ang ginagawa po ng Green Brigade, kami po ay tumutulong sa mga pagtatanim po dito sa MSPL. Kami po ay nanghihikayat ng mga taong tutulong sa paglilinis.
Ay pamula po nung ang DNR, tinulungan nga po kami na mapaunlad dito at binigyan kami ng dagdag kabuhayan na mga pananim na mga fruit tree. Ayun po, kami nga po yung nagtatanim ng mga kalamansi, mga rambutan, kakao. Sari-sari na pong halaman ang papagkakakitaan na pwedeng ibinta.
As with many other protected areas, ecotourism provides an excellent way of promoting environmental awareness and providing alternative livelihood for the community. Only through the convergent efforts of government, community, people's organizations can we achieve sustainable and effective management of the Maulawin Spring protected landscape.
So siguro iilan na lang po palagay ko ang naririnig ko sa ating mga kababayan na ganito kagandang park, lalo na yung flora and fauna, and may mga endemic species kaming natago dito, yung pianga, which is parang dito na lang yata makikita sa aming bayan yon. And also talagang medyo kakaiba pag nandun ka sa taas. Ang sinasabing mo nakakarating doon, talagang iba ang nararamdaman mo pag nakita mo yung kabuuan ng MSPL, lalo't doon ka doon sa view deck. Sana po bisitahin, puntahan natin itong MSPL sapagkat medyo marami kayo makikita na hindi makikita sa inyong mga lugar. At pag mararamdaman ninyo kung talagang ito yung environment na hinahanap ng marami.
Hindi po namin kakayanin yan na kami lang. So kailangan po ay suporta ng lahat ng stakeholders, not only the national government, but then and the local government unit, but then we need also to be partners of NGOs. Actually, we have partners today, the International Institute of Rural Reconstruction, na tumutulong po sa amin sa pagbibigay ng awareness, capacitation sa aming mga tenured migrants, sa mga tour guides. So we are appealing to each and everyone na sana we will not consider this protected area as the sole responsibility of the DNR para alagaan, na kailangan lahat tayo na mamamayan ng Ginyangan and the adjoining communities, adjoining towns, kailangan natin iprotekta dahil ito'y sarili pong atin.
As stewards of the land, the people of Ginayangan, Quezon deserves commendation for their passion in conserving their environmental treasure. Once again, the forests of Maulawin Spring Protected Landscape will reverberate with bird songs and gushing waters of the spring, here in this little piece of our fragile earth.